Is the party over? I want to use this chart all the time because it puts things in perspective. That when you invest in the stock market, you have to have a long-term view and a short-term view. Because otherwise, you're just going into the stock market like you're gambling in the casino. This is investing. You're investing your retirement fund, you're investing pambili ng gata anak nyo, mga pampakasal. So you have to come in knowing what you're getting into. I think we're still in the middle, we're in mid-cycle. We're not in late cycle. My guess is probably around 10 o'clock. This was when the rally started. This was when the banks were starting to lend. Consumer companies were starting to fly here. And the conglomerates are probably the way to go now. And at some point we will hit that crisis mode when banks will start switching off the faucet. They'll stop lending. We're not yet there. Every stock market crisis is always preceded by a tightening liquidity in the market. We're not there yet. So basically, it's still a very, very bullish outlook in the Philippines with the exception of the near term where the whispers from those 4 people will have reverberations across the global economy. This script of the Philippine bull market has been played out in the stock market. If you've been following global markets in the last 2 years, you will realize this was the Asian crisis. The first market that took off was Korea, then Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Thailand, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, and then the Philippines. This bull market has been played out, this movie has been played out in other markets. Fearless forecast, 7,000% year end. I consulted a manghuhula. This is the reason, one of the bases for that. I was doing a study and just trying to understand behavior of markets over the last 2 years, and you will realize that over the last 8 years, the Philippine stock market has been up on average 4% from October 1 to year end. If you take out the global financial crisis, it was up 8%. So basically the outlook looks positive, although I'm not saying it's going to be a straight line. Not a straight line. There's going to be a point the market's going to pull back, but you should be coming in. 2014, where is the index going to go? I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to hit 8,000 and potentially 9,000. The reason being is that the Philippine market has not been fully re-rated. Anong ibig sabihin noon? That investors will be willing to pay a much higher multiple for the Philippine market. Sobrang mahal na ba ang Philippines? 19 times eh. Mahal, grabe. Mas mahal ang China, Indonesia, when they were at the height of their bull market. At the height of the bull market in China in 2007, the market traded at a high of 31 times PE. Jakarta, Indonesia, 35 times PE. We are just at probably 19 times PE, depending on which day. And today, I must say that the Philippines deserves to trade at a premium to Indonesia. We're trading at the same level as Indonesia today. So basically, there's still more way to go for this market, provided there's no major external shock. There's political stability in this country. So let me talk to you about investment opportunities. I don't have one secret because each one of you would have your investment objectives. Each one of you would have your own risk appetite. Ang ibig sabihin sa risk appetite sa English, how much are you willing to lose? How many days of no sleep are you willing to take? How many times do you want to go to the doctor and be at the emergency hospital? That is important. For people who are just starting in the stock market, or people who have no time to invest in the stock market, I have a suggestion. Invest in conglomerates. They are like funds. If you look at this chart since the bottom in 2008, you will realize that most of the conglomerates have outperformed the index. Basically, conglomerates are like funds. You've got Henry C. as your fund manager for SM, Jaime Augusto Zobel as your fund manager at Ayala Corp, Manny Pangilinan at MPI. You're basically asking these people to work hard for you because they are allocating capital across all these businesses. So you don't have to replicate each stock because these conglomerates have very different businesses within them. So take a look at this. DMC has been the best performing stock since 2008, followed by LTG, AGI, etc. But the most consistent in terms of performance across all conglomerates has been SM. Consumer stocks. I'm a big fan of consumer stocks. As I mentioned to you, GDP is driven by consumption. URC, Jollibee, are they cheap? They're expensive, but they should be expensive. There's stronger risk visibility, good management. And if you look at the experience in China and Indonesia, consumer stocks trade at a premium to the market, big time. In China, consumer stocks trade at a PE of more than 30 times, given that the market only trades at 8 to 9 times. I have options here on consumer, URC, SMPH, AGI, PICO, JFC, and if you want the value stock, there's DNL. This is an example of what's going on in China in terms of consumer stock. China consumer stock versus the market. This is the market in China. Those are the PEs of the Chinese consumer stocks. For people who are about to retire like me, I need dividend funds. I need dividend stocks. PLDT is an interesting company to look at given that they are at the tail end of their capex cycle. And if you want me to simplify investing in the Philippines, you have to focus on a few stocks because foreign funds just buy the same names over and over again. If you take a look at this chart, basically you're looking at Ayala Land, Ayala Corp, BPI, PLDT, SM. Those are the same stocks they buy in every single bull run. So once again, the outlook looks very, very positive for the Philippines. And I really hope year-end you'll have more lechons on your table and next year will be 50% much richer than today. So once again, putting it all together, boom na boom, we're in the middle of the super cycle. Thank you very much.